Back here on MLB Now on Lou Gehrig Day a couple of weeks ago, friend of the show Sarah Langs was honored throughout Major League Baseball as she deals with ALS. The Yankees surprised her with the announcement that she would be honored in their Hope Week on July 4th. And then she got a surprise on a Zoom call with the Yankees. Watch this.
Taking the field with the team, taking the field with all of us prior to the first pitch. So it's going to be a pretty cool experience, pretty cool day. So we're looking forward to it.
Thank you so much, and for the kind words. I defended you. We did our top tens. I was the only one who had you in my.
I
know. You're my girl, Sarah. I love it.
I love that. Bring it back to top 10 right now. Gerrit Cole, in fact, because we do top 10 right now, we rank all the starting pitchers, every position, but starting pitchers. Only Sarah Langs had Gerrit Cole in her top 10, had him 8th. The rest of us, even the shredder, me, Ron Darling, everyone else, nope, we didn't. As we say on top 10, Sarah, like, you believed in him when no one else did. That was a nice moment. That was funny.
That was so funny. And for the record, he brought it up first. They didn't put that part in the video. You know me. I would never bring it up of my own accord. But he said, and I was like, oh my goodness. And I go back to sitting in that studio with you and Vince and Mike in January, looking at the list, realizing I'm the only one with him and that I'm going to have to defend him. And hey, I guess it worked out pretty well.
It did, but that's the difference between us, where I would bring it up. Say, hey, by the way, I believed in you. No one else did. But no, well played, and you did. Let's talk Corbin Carroll a little bit here. There's a lot of good emerging players with, like, incredible, like, StatCast-y skills. But Corbin Carroll looks like one of the best players in baseball already. What do you see?
Oh, my goodness. I mean, it's looking like he may join Fred Lynn and Ichiro as the guys to win MVP and Rookie of the Year in the same season. I know Ronald Acuna, Freddie Freeman, great years, but Corbin Carroll is definitely third on that list right now. And StatCast-wise, he is crushing four-seamers. He has a plus 13 run value against four-seamers. That is tied for the highest run value by any player against any pitch type so far this season. We knew the athleticism, we knew the speed, but the bat has been absolutely outstanding, and he was a key player in their comeback win yesterday as well with a triple. It feels like he has a triple every night. He has been so much fun to watch and such a big part of that Diamondbacks team.
Yeah, he's almost like a +6 in base running runs. I think he's 19 for 21 in stolen bases. But just to put it out there for everybody that might not speak this language, when you say he crushes four-seamers, he hits fastballs. You're saying his bat is that fast, right?
Absolutely. And again, I mean, fastballs, we know that's the most common thing you are going to see in today's game. If you're having a great offensive year, you're probably having a great year against fastballs. But the idea that he is having a year unlike anybody else, that nobody else has been better against those, is certainly not what we expected of him. We knew the bat would be there after what we saw in a little bit in September last year, but it's been absolutely outstanding. By the way, he's top 5 in the majors in weighted runs created plus right now.
Yeah, no, it's another thing to be slugging 600 with all that speed. For all the Mets issues, Sarah, Francisco Alvarez, I don't know if he quietly broken out, but it's kind of lost in a lot of this, Mets pathos. Tell us about Alvarez at a very young age.
He has been absolutely the bright spot offensively with Pete Alonso now on the IL and crushing the ball, as you said. I mean, first of all, we need to establish you do not see a lot of 21-year-old catchers in the majors, full stop. Then you don't see a lot who learn defense on the job and are hitting the ball the way he has. His home runs in his first 45 games this season, there's only been, Johnny Bench has the most home runs by a catcher in his age 21 season or younger. And if we look at that 12 and you look through the first 45 games, Johnny Bench only had 11. And Francisco Alvarez's 45th game would be tonight. So the pace there is what I'm talking about. And again, just the fact that he is a 21-year-old catcher need not be lost on people, and the fact he's doing it with power is so outstanding to see.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. Wow, that's tremendous. That age specifically for a catcher. Brian Hayes is a guy who is like one of our trendy third base picks, right? Because he's known for his glove, but the hitting isn't there. You say the hitting is getting there now.
The hitting really is. So he was the guy I was all in on after 2020's brief initial stint in the majors. We saw the hitting, and I believe I was comparing him to Mike Trout and Freddie Freeman in terms of not striking out and hitting the ball hard. The last few years, we didn't see that, but it is back. He is fifth in the majors in percentage of swings leading to hard contact. So normally when we talk about hard hit rate, the denominator there for you is batted balls. But instead, this is looking at how selective you are with your swings. And look at these guys. These are your crushers conventionally in the majors right now. And he is right there. He was at a much lower number last year. And the thing that stands out to me, he has 15 barrels already this year. He had 15 barrels all of last year. And the thing that is really key in this is that sweet spot range. So if you take a look at that, that means he's hitting more good line drives and fly balls, hitting the ball in the air more, and that leads to those barrels, which are batted balls, with the ideal combo of launch angle and exit velocity. We know the glove is there, as you said, but the bat is back, and I love to see it.
Yeah, that's a StatCast is powered by Google Cloud, and that's a StatCast number I love. I know John Smoltz was always talking about that here. He wanted to engineer something because he wanted to reward the contact hitters that are also making contact, and that kind of takes away. If you're doing a lot of swing and miss, you're not making that top five. So to get in that top five, you have to be a combination player. Got to be making contact and hitting the ball hard. All right, last thing. Shohei Ohtani continues to blaze new trails. Give us the latest milestone, Sarah.
Oh my goodness. With his 2 home runs last night, he now has 20 home runs on the season. He's over 100 strikeouts on the year. This is the 3rd time in baseball history that someone has had 20 home runs and at least 100 strikeouts in a season. The other 2 were also him. He's done this 3 years in a row. And I had this stat I looked up on the last day of the season last year. He became the first guy to finish top 15 in strikeouts as a pitcher and home runs as a hitter in a single season. Right now, he is top 3 in both of those. He was the first guy to even be top 15, and now he's top 3.
Right, even doing it on a regular basis and being good, let alone being great at both, is just phenomenal. We need to be reminded of that. Sarah Langs joining us once again. Sarah, always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for having me.